this story wasn't true, nobody would believe
It's a movie script.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's going to happen.
The bullet points on this, and there are so many that I love, and I don't know why, though. Whenever I read La Cosa Nostra is in the middle of this, first of all, it doesn't exist anymore. There's no such thing as a mafia anymore. But the fact that the mafia is involved.
All of them.
And there's
all 4 crime families.
There's 2 layers of this that are awesome, right? The part of Terry Rozier, who I'm pretty sure I bet an over on back in 2023. He owes me some money, so I'm going to start a class action.
Do we know? I haven't. We've obviously been on the air. You don't come up with this stuff overnight. So my guess is this is a couple of years worth of we've got our eye on you. We've got our eye on you. Let's find out, does it happen again? Well, because with Rozier, the red flag is when you give information to people who bet this amount and then they start betting this amount, it gets red flagged.
Of course. Well, here's the thing. One of them didn't. There's a specific instance of a game where there were 30 unders. 30 for high numbers at one place on unders on Rozier. And if I'm assuming this is the same day Rozier told defendants he was going to leave the game early. This was March 23rd, 2023 with an injury. The defendants placed more than $200,000 worth of wagers on the prop bets on the unders.
Did they spread it out?
Well, the Rozier left the game under 9 minutes. They played at one specific book or online place. Then they paid tens of thousands of dollars to Rozier and gave it to him in cash that he counted at his house in front of people. Like, all of it's unbelievable.
Well, if he counted it in front of...
He's in the final year, incidentally, of a 4-year, $96.3 million deal.
If they're telling you they know where he counted it and how much it was, somebody in that house was in on it. Either they had been busted and they had to sing. Because remember, this stuff, they wanted to move up. They don't want it to roll downhill. Yeah, they don't want it to roll downhill. My point is, though, they must have been, to come up with the indictments and to do the show they did this morning, that doesn't happen in a week, 2, 3 weeks. They absolutely accumulate what they'll call evidence at some point for multiples of years.
I think the other part of this is the extortion part. And there's so many layers that the NBA is just disgusted on so many levels, but this, again, is the fear that you get into, that Jonte Porter was threatened to participate in a couple of these schemes because he owed so much money. And they're leaning on him. You're going to pay this back. This is how you're going to pay this back. And the video have you guys seen the video on Rozier? It's already come out.
It's unbelievable.
Well, the one where he just basically throws a ball through an opponent's legs.
He does that.
Yeah, I saw that one.
He shoots a baseline jumper over the basket. I mean, it looks like somebody who never played basketball, but he wasn't even like you're a bad actor.
Right. You weren't even trying to disguise what you were doing.
There's more to come. More players are freaking out over this.
Everybody's quaking in their boots right now.
The number's 34. You know it's not going to happen tomorrow or next week. They're going to go, our bet, it was only 22. The number's going to just go up.
Well, can we talk about the poker part of this? So you're running this illegal poker game, right? What are the governors on this? Like, am I supposed to feel bad for the people who got taken in the illegal poker game? Because they obviously did. There were mirrors and there were electronic devices.
You knew what you were getting yourself into as well. I don't feel bad for anyone.
That's not true.
You're at an illegal game.
They don't arrest victims. You might get in trouble for playing in a poker game, but they don't arrest victims. They arrest the people who were in on it, who brought people in under the premise, this is what you're going to be charged with, that you knew that you were bringing them to a game that they had no chance to win.
Can you do it both ways? You're both right, though. You get yourself into this by going, you could have gone and played at Caesars. You could have gone somewhere where there's a real poker game.
There's no juice in it. You're sitting with an NBA player. You're sitting with a Hall of Famer.
For those who don't know, the tie is you get to play next to an NBA player. That's fine. But again, this is not a sanctioned event that you're playing in a casino with cameras on you that who knows what could be going on. Right. So you're both right. You get the juice of playing next to Terry Rozier or whoever it is in this case, and you'd have no idea what they're doing.
There's cell phones, there's glasses. I mean, you're looking around.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know. I don't play poker, but if you're an experienced poker player.
Neither do these guys. They
apparently
just
not.
Do you know whether it's
like playing with Frank Sinatra Jr. in The Sopranos?
I don't want to say his full name.
Thank you, Mr. Sinatra Jr., sir.
I won't say his full name, Alex Rodriguez, or allegedly. You know, when you say, who do you get to play poker with? There are guys who have enough money. They don't care if they lose. They just want to be part of the game. Molly's game is based upon, oh, you have an actor? Who's that? Oh, wait, I'll play with him. You don't care that you lose until you get to the point where you're dumb enough to keep losing and you can't pay. Now you have a different set of problems.
X-ray equipment built into the table, hidden cameras in poker chip trays, special glasses.
Do you know when you should have known? Do you know when you should have known? Even if you're a terrible
something from the
player.
fake world of Hollywood.
Yeah, the glasses are giveaway.
It's preposterous.
Even if you're a dumb poker player, do you know when you should have turned and left? When you walked into a building that said Stark Enterprises on it. If you know, you know.
That's one of your movies. I know what you're doing right there. I guess I would follow it up with two, though.
Well, you had those special glasses.
You guys got Elton John sunglasses.
You're not going to get away with that when you're playing it at Binion's or you're playing it somewhere you're just not going to do
How about
it.
cell phones on the table?
Correct.
I'd make you eat a cell phone as quick as I'd look at you.
I mean, that in and of itself, like if I'm playing blackjack and I'm at somebody's house, it's a house game and the guy's got a cell phone, I'm not playing.
No.
I know enough to know to walk away from that table.
You guys laugh at the names.
I don't care who's playing.
It's Operation Nothing But Net and Operation Royal Flush. That just makes me laugh.
You're the FBI. You got to be better than that. That doesn't make me feel. I don't
you
want
got
quit.
that Nocella, the attorney grandstand and
I don't
chewing
want
up
quits.
scenery up there.
The thing to me is it just drives home, though, people don't understand gambling still, even as it's become so widespread. You remember when you had the situation with the Alabama baseball coach and that guy is up in Cincinnati and he's literally showing them at the window, no, I've got the tip. This guy's not going to pitch tonight. I got to get in on this game. And it's like, you can't just bet $10,000 on a college baseball game out of nowhere. There are limits.
Just a random game.
There are things that will give it away, and people keep falling for this.
I will say
this guy's watching us all.
I'll say alleged, because just once, because then I think I'm covered. One of the problems you have, let's just say it's the Damon Jones, because his name was brought up. I didn't bring it up. Somebody else did. Alleged. His actions.
More than brought up. He was arrested.
It's one thing if you're sitting with your golf buddies who don't bet, and you go, oh, man, like you work for Team X, and you go, oh, Johnny's got a bad ankle. I hope we can get through the next couple of days. You know, we've got 2 games in 5 nights in the NBA. Well, if your guys aren't gamblers, you're okay. If you say that because the guy who needs the information is a gambler at a high level and you've just given it to him for that reason so he can go bet at a high level, you're getting arrested. It's like insider trading in the stock world. You can't, it's not the same as telling the guy who you barbecue with at the end of your cul-de-sac, John's got a bum ankle. I don't even know if he's going to go this week. You bring that information to gamblers because you know they're gamblers and they need something from you. You're in trouble.
How happy are the Miami Heat? They might get off the hook for $26 million.
They're very happy.
Rozier's got 1 year left at $26 million. He's been so bad that they might be able just to expunge that from their books.
This is like Deshaun Watson after everything happened.
Yeah.
And you got all this guaranteed money. You're cooked.
Yes, this is a lifetime ban. This is, beyond that, I don't know what the legal ramifications are going to be. But, he'll never play again. So the Miami Heat are off the hook for his money.
And then Chauncey Billups and all the people that know him, there's going to be people, man, I never would have thought that. He's such a quiet neighbor. That stuff is going to start. But if I'm anywhere near this, I'm not saying a word. Don't ask me about Chauncey Billups. I don't know Chauncey Billups. I hardly know Chauncey Billups. Don't put yourself in a position where, again, we say this all the time. Oh, you want to be a big shot. You want to talk, huh? Oh, you want your phone call and then you want to be quoted in the newspaper. Don't.
No, then you're
it's
going
like being
rogue.
a real housewife. You're going to get in trouble.
Sooner or later, something bad is going to
Can we talk about the mafia for 1 second?
Mm-hmm.
What's your last name? You have Italian blood. And
D'Angelo.
You cannot talk about the mafia.
I'd be careful with you two, to me. They might be out to get you because you have some history. What I would say is I thought, based on all the things I've studied, I thought the mafia was gone. Like, I thought La Cosa Nostra was the thing of the past. Are we supposed to believe that it's still powerful enough that they're affecting this?
Matt, may I say that? I'm not trying to be a smartass. They're out of some of the things that they were in. They've tried to legitimize, but there's still a hook and an angle. Waste management is the easiest thing that you can say. But whether it's pizzerias or whether it's
something,
those families have money,
but you think
or they're trying to make more money.
But you think they're numbers? They're not numbers like they used to be. Like organized crime used to be.
I think now it's more of a business. You don't have a lot of button pushers on the street, if you will.
Yep.
No,
soldiers.
But how do you funnel the money? Because everything's now electronically this and that.
You want to know what I do believe? I do believe the shakedown does exist. And whether you want to call it mafia-driven or not, I think the shakedown exists. How much is my rent? No, your rent seems to be that, but it's like a buyer's premium. We talked about when you get something.
What I'm going to do is,
it's going to cost
extra money. I protect you.
It's going to be a little bit more. I think shakedowns do still exist.
I'd hate to see a fire, destroy your building and all.
I just know this, that today every college,
talk in that voice too.
Every college should be notified by their conference commissioners. Hey, your coaches who still want to play cute with the injury reports, this crap is exactly what we're trying to protect you against. Your student trainer for $500.
Aaron Glenn's in trouble.
Yeah, he is.
Your student trainer for $500 saying, "Oh yeah, the quarterback's not going to play."
No,
this is
right.
exactly what we are doing these injury reports about, and you better start taking them serious.
If you don't know, Aaron Glenn, the Jets head coach, said, "Yeah, I know who my quarterback is. I'm just not saying." You can't really do that right now in the NFL.
The biggest picture on this is there's no way to have checks and balances on this. If somebody wants to be smart enough, I keep saying through proxies or other ways to do stuff, it is impossible because you can open up any of these apps. I can do my Prize Picks, my Underdog, my DraftKings, and I can go find that number, and the athlete sees it, and his buddy, 2 buddies text away. And there are so many ways to manipulate this, it's almost impossible to govern all of this.
2 things, and I'm not going to have the numbers exactly right, so if somebody wants to confirm. One of the reasons you don't go make 10,000 plus deposits in a bank, I think the number used to be 9,999. You can actually sneak under the radar.
You're saying without having to report it.
Yeah. But if you start, and I think 10,000 had been the number. Maybe it's still the same.
No, you're right.
But if it was 10,000, well, we're gonna have to mark this transaction. So don't be dumb. When you're breaking the law, don't break the law, or keep it at a point where your eyes are below. You can catch a bullet between them. The other part of this is, I don't know if it was the governor, or maybe it was the mayor of Chicago or the governor of Illinois. Did you see what he claimed on his taxes? He claimed $1.4 million in winnings. Now, his family has money, but he claimed it. The problem now is people go, okay, if you're claiming 1.4, did you actually win more than that? But you have to be able to show offset losses with a win. It's a really tricky thing because I've watched guys at the track. You go, sir, would you like us to take it out here or not? And then you get to play the game back in the day of claiming it or not claiming it. Or if you just said,
I think
no,
in Vegas, if you win that, you have to fill out whatever that form is.
But
the W-2, the W-4, whatever it may be.
Do you know why guys used to go...
WWE, I don't know.
Do you know why guys used to go through the trash cans to pick up tickets, losing tickets? I want to show you, look at all my losing tickets. You can't claim that I won all the time because I didn't. And you would literally see guys leaving. If they cashed a good ticket, they would leave with a handful of tickets that had nothing to do with them, but you can't prove it had nothing to do with them. I just needed to offset. So you're going to get caught much more easily than you would have in the day. That's all. They've got an eye on everything.
You can't go rogue.
And if they're going to look at you for 2 years and they want you on something, they're going to get you on something.
Yes.
They're going to white glove you. You're in trouble.